Hey everyone, I hope everybody had such a great holiday, and I'm back and ready to do some videos. I was sick over the holiday, so my voice is still not 100%, but this week, in this week's video, I thought I would show you some of my favorite things is my sketchbooks. At the end of the year, usually on New Year's Eve, I'll go and I'll grab my sketchbooks and start looking through them and see my progress. It's so fun. So what I thought I'd do today is I was going to do a sketchbook tour of one of them. I have, let's see, one, two, here's my stack. Let me show you. Here's my stack from the year. Not all of them are full. I'll still be working on them. I have so many because I like different papers, and a lot of times I'll paint in them, so I'll have a couple going on at once, so that as one's drying, I'm working on the other one, so that's why I justify why I have so many sketchbooks. But yeah, these three are completely full, and then I have these three are still in progress. I had this really big one. I tried out a big one this year. So I'm going to bring you down to my table and I'm going to show you this sketchbook, and I hope you enjoy. Grab a cup of tea and just come watch me go through my sketchbook. I'll see you soon. Okay, so I thought I'd jump right into my sketchbook. Excuse me, I'm still getting over a cold. So this is what the sketchbook was, January 2024 to March 2024, so the beginning of last year. This was one of my first sketchbooks, I believe, and I love to put stickers on the cover. These stickers were from a local artist from Cape Cod that I follow, Irene. She makes really cool art. I'm not going to show the very cover because I put my personal information on that. I always put my name and my phone number on the inside of my sketchbook in case I were to ever, misplace it. So my sketchbooks are always a place of play. Like anything goes. I never think about it. A lot of times I use them as warm-ups, or at the end of the day after I've done like my work type projects, like my books or finished products. I'll finish up the day and I'll sketch while I'm watching TV. It's a place for me to relax. It's a place for me to calm down. So, like I said, anything goes. And I like a sketchbook that will take most mediums. This is like watercolor, colored pencils. This was just a little bird, a quick bird. And this was just swatching colors. I'll take, if I'm trying to work out what colors I want to use, I'll swatch them out on a sketchbook page. I'm doing more of that here. I just love to look at different colors. I think it's super cool and calming. It's good to come back. In this, I was trying to work on doing more landscape, which is a little bit unusual for me. But I think having some landscapes will be good for future children's books that I plan on doing. And this was, I did this, I like to label things like where I was. This was Fort Hill. This is a place I like to go to, Cape Cod. I believe I used a reference photo for these. This is just some fun place. Sometimes I just like to draw cute characters. Like I said, anything goes. This was a fun owl. I liked doing this. I loved using, it's kind of hard to see sometimes, maybe if I do that. I use some metallic watercolor with regular watercolor. I also like to play with my art materials. I'll use, this was like some Neocolor wax crayons that go over top of it. This was just playing around with different illustration styles. I'm always trying to play around with different things because I get bored doing the same thing over and over. And there's more of the same. I like to come up with new characters. And a lot of times things don't turn out great. Like this, I don't know what happened to her, but but that's okay. I don't get upset. I don't get mad at myself. I just, your sketchbooks are for you to learn. It's for you to play and to not worry about if it's a perfect thing or not. I have a support group call, so a lot of times, when you're on a Zoom call, you have all kinds of faces. It gives me the opportunity to try different faces, so I'll do that a lot of the times. This was another one from Cape Cod. I was just trying to work out colors. I think I actually tried using actual acrylic paint in this one, which I don't normally do. So that was fun to try. And I was just playing around with drawing faces, like what the different proportions were to use. I like to learn different things. Here's another. Just sometimes I'll be watching, sometimes I'll watch TV, or these could be just reference photos. Or actually, no, you know what? This looks like maybe some self-portraits. Or random faces. You never know. This is an artist I follow, and that looks like my husband. Drawing him. And again, I just play. A lot of these are super quick. A lot of times in my sketchbooks, I'll just pick like one material because I don't want to think about it. I just, you know, I don't want to worry about color. I just want to practice. And that looks like more self-portraits. And a lot of times they don't turn out, but that's okay because you learn. You learn. Or just relieve stress. Like this one, I'm like, meh, that wasn't the greatest. Or like this, I'm like, whoa, what happened? It's kind of funny. Actually, when I look back at it now, it's not as bad as I thought it originally was. It's funny how art can be sometimes. Here's some more self-portraits. I love all blue. You'll notice, I think later in the sketchbook, I go on an all blue tangent. This was, I was watching Aurora Tea Garden show, and I'll sketch the different characters for practice. And I always try to do them in my illustrative style. This was just fun. I was just drawing, seeing what it would look like if self-portrait in front of a window. Again, the all blue type of thing. I was watching Blue Bloods, one of my favorite characters here. I think it's fun to go back and look. What's great about sketchbooks too is, especially if you keep them throughout the year, and date. It's very important to date. I try to always put the date on my drawing because it's good to go back and see how far you've come in just a year's time, how much you've practiced and gotten better with whatever you're practicing. There's more of the same. Just random characters. Sometimes I crack myself up with my characters. It's just a random boats. I am not great at drawing boats or houses. That's something I'm going to work on in the new year. There's more support group call. Any of my support group people watch my video? Yes, I draw you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Anyway, and there's more. Looks like more landscape I was trying to do. Owls. I love owls. Sometimes I go through kicks where I'll just draw the same types of things over and over again. More color swatching. You really need to get better at writing what it was that I color swatched so I can go back and know what it was. This looks like some kind of colored pencil. That's pretty. I know that's from Cape Cod. That's a windmill that I love going to. Hang around. More Cape Cod. Just trying to play. This time I was trying different ink tints. I think I was playing around, trying to find materials that I could go somewhere like plein air paint, kind of plein air painting and sketch quickly and not have to worry about wet medium drying. So I was trying like water soluble stuff, trying to see the best things for that. Sketchbook's a good place to figure out different materials and what will work for you. More faces. I don't know what happened there. Cute cat. Just random cuteness. There's another self-portrait. It was cold out, so I had a really red nose and red cheeks. There's walking. I mean, funny story about this is I wear this bright orange, hello, yellow hat that my dad made me buy, and it's because he's always afraid that I'm going to get hit by a car when I walk, so he wants to make sure that I am seen. So that is why I had a have a bright yellow hat, and I thought I'd capture that in my sketchbook. I'll do that a lot of times. I'll put memories in my sketchbooks, and that's why I always tell my kids, like, please don't ever throw out my sketchbooks. If something happens to me and I'm gone, don't throw them out, because I'll put memories in here. I'll put silly stories in here. So it's a keepsake of my life. There's another self-portrait. Again, I like blue. My daughter often calls it my blue period. And when she sees a lot of blue, she thinks that something is wrong. And she thinks I'm depressed, and I'm like, actually, no, it's blue is like my happy color. So when you see blue in my art, it's usually I'm in a happy and a good mood. I just love that color. I think it's a very calming color. So if I'm trying to draw to relax, I will choose blue. This is my parents' house in Cape Cod, and I just thought they had snow, and she sent me a picture, so I just thought I'd try sketching it. I'm really trying to work on trees. I'm like trees without leaves on them, and I don't know, still haven't quite figured out how I want to say them in my art. So I'm just been practicing that a lot. And other characters. This year, because I wrote my children's book with a cat sensitive stylus, you'll see cats popping up a lot in my sketchbooks. I was just doodling mindless doodles. Sometimes I finish them, sometimes I don't. I don't really worry about if I finish them. I'll just move on if I'm not super happy with it. There's probably more characters from TV shows that I'm watching. I like that cat looking up at the bees. Doesn't look too thrilled about that. More just random sketches. And I was trying to play with, like, I don't know what I was playing with here, to be honest, but there's a cute owl. I like that. Now you see, like I said, I'll document things. Like this was Yippee halfway, and it's made it halfway through Sensitive Stylus. This was the book I was working on. I had made it halfway through, which if you've ever done a children's book before, they're a lot of work, and so that was a big deal. So I documented that. So that was exciting. There's more random sketches and owls. I can't help it. Owls just make me smile. There's a Miami Vice character from watching Miami Vice. Another randomness. If you've never tried keeping a sketchbook, you really should. Because why have random sheets of paper all over the place? I do like doing that sometimes too, but if you keep it all in one place, it's more organized, and it's just very fun to go back. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take my sketches from my sketchbook and I'll turn them into like more final art pieces or paintings. It's another group call. And when I'm doing characters, I am not worried about making it exactly like it's a character. I'm not trying to make it exactly like them. I'm just trying to practice putting the facial features or whatever. I don't stress over that. Life is too short. You shouldn't stress over things like that. Just draw it and have fun. That's what art is for. There's more Cape Cod. I love this particular view. You see it a whole bunch in my sketchbook. It's such a pretty view. Whoa, purple. I'm not normally one to grab the purple, but that is kind of a pretty purple. It's almost like an eggplant color. I like that. This is where I think things start going all blue on me. I think this was supposed to be me. I don't know what is happening here. She almost looks like she's sleepwalking. I don't know. Cute. This was apparently a really rough day. I can usually tell by what I write. This says, Jesus, take the wheel. I need you, Lord. It must have been. I could tell by this was me as a character. I could tell it had been a rough day. It just makes me laugh when I go back and look at it. And it's just a random girl. I think I had a reference photo of this one. Again, I'm still trying to figure out trees. And this was another reference photo. I remember this. I'll find reference photos and then I'll just try to do them in my illustrative style. And there's another one. I love blue. Blue is just so calming. There's another reference photo. This was from watching Hallmark. Must have been a period piece by the costumes. I think it was like a Pride and Prejudice. Cute. And these were more reference photos. Kind of turning more gray here. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Working on shadows and lights, working on value. There's another girl in the window. And that is it. And that's the end of that. There's my back cover. I love these two little stickers, the shark and the hydrangea. And that is that. And I hope you enjoyed that, and consider keeping a sketchbook if you're into that kind of thing. And it's super fun to look back. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.